Hey, what's up, everybody? It's BDO44 coming at you with another video. So I'm sitting in the dark trying to just grasp the sentiment of what everybody is thinking about the Los Angeles Lakers and their moves. Um, and really, to be honest with you, most people are laughing. Most people are cracking up. Most of Laker Nation is kind of like, it's a running joke. Like, okay, who are we gonna bring back next? And you're seeing all the names that people are bringing up. Some of the some of the oldest names you haven't heard in years, dude. People are just bringing them up and say, "We're bringing that guy, bringing that guy back." It's kind of funny, to be honest. But in real life, Robert's doing a fantastic job, doing an amazing job. And the reason why that is the case is because we have so little money to work with. Like what people need to understand is when Rob put that team together that we had in 2020, he was working with 2 max stars. This time he's working with 3. That's a lot less money. That's significantly less money that he has to work with to build this team. So while it would be nice if we could get the Kelly Olynyk's and the Spencer Dinwiddies and all these different players, Reggie Bullock and all these guys, Caruso, we can't afford them. With Russ Brooks' contract now on our books, we officially cannot afford anyone. Nobody, not even the guys that are just kind of good. We can't afford them dudes either. So for what he's doing, it's fantastic because what he's given us is players that we know who have won here, who have the experience, who also have the skill set. See, the thing about these signings is that, yeah, they're kind of funny because they're old names, but all of these guys do exactly what we need them to do from a skill set perspective. It's not just us bringing in funny names for nostalgia. No. Trevor Ariza is a shooter and defender, a wiry guy you can throw at small forwards in theory. That's what we need. Wayne Ellington is a shooter, 3-point shooter, 42% 3-point shooter. That's what we need. You look at a guy like Dwight Howard. Do I have to even say anything about what he brings to the table? Of course he's what we need. And you look at a guy like Kent Bazemore, shooting guard, small forward, shoots the ball. Very good in catch and shoot situations. The type of guy that LeBron James can use in a fast break situation. Someone who can give you a quick 16, 17 points in the second half when you need them. He's a guy who can come in for guys who don't necessarily play well and supplement their production for them. And keep this in mind as well. We still have the Schroeder piece. We got to figure out if he's coming back, we can add him to the mix. And I know everybody's down on his value, but his skill set offensively will help us. I hate it too, but if we have to bring him back, it's not like we have a piece that's just going to be trash. Quite the contrary. He's going to be very, very effective. So understand that. Hopefully we can trade him out of here and get Buddy Yield in here. But if we cannot and we have to bring Shooter back, that is not a horrible thing. We just got to live with it. It's a funny fit, but he's going to help us off our bench. So just let's just kind of keep our minds hopeful that we'll find a suitor for him so he can get paid and we can get the player that'll be best for us. But for the time being, we're doing the right things. Everybody we brought in is exactly what we need. Shooting and the ability to defend players who play the small forward position. Because AD ain't doing that. LeBron James is only one person. And Russell Westbrook's not a defender at all. So we got to get better defensively from here on out. I expect us to go after a guy like either Iguodala or Avery Bradley next. Or both. Carmelo Anthony's a name that's out there. Rudy Gay's name is still out there. It's a lot of names. And look, DeMar DeRozan wants to be here. Forget everything everybody's talking about. The only reason why he didn't sign with somebody today is because the Lakers' opportunity is not all the way off the table. That's the truth. He could have signed with a million different teams today. We all know it. If we bring him in, suddenly that changes everything now because we suddenly need the production that he provides based on the type of players that we just picked up. So him or Buddy Yield, you wouldn't be able to bring them both, but one of those 2 players probably will be a Laker. So we need to just be able to work those players into the equation as we assess this team in theory. Maybe we strike out on both of them, but if that's the case, we bring back Shooter, still a guy that can give you 20 points, 5 assists, a couple boards. So the production will be there from the offensive perspective, one way or another. Danny Green, still another shooter that we're talking about bringing back. That makes a lot of sense to me, even though I'm not a fan. He's on par with everything that we're doing. And there's some other names too, man. Some other names too. And I like the guys that we picked up, man. We got some youngsters at the end of the draft. We picked up some guys. Reeves, McClung. The more I do homework on those guys, the higher I am on those guys. And they are players that we can develop to help us. By the end of the season, those guys can be regular rotation players, and we won't need to rely on Trevor Ariza and some of these other guys, because the McClungs of the world and the Reeves of the world will help us. Trust me. The more I watch Reeves, the more I realize he probably is our shooting guard. Low key. It's probably one of those two guys. I think it may be Reeves, because he has the height. He can shoot. He's a playmaker. And we just got to get him strong. So if we groom these youngsters that we picked up outside of the draft, I am telling you, one of them's a problem, if not all of them. But we can make one of them at the very least be a starter for us. So I think that. I really think that. We picked up some great guys. So don't fret, Laker fans. The thing that we don't have a problem with, which is going to shock the hell out of people, is three-point shooting. It's not a problem. We actually have shooters. I know it looks like we don't, because the starting lineup and because of the type of names that we brought in are old. But the guys we brought in can all shoot, man. All of them. Every name, with the exception of Dwight Howard, can shoot. So relax. Understand this too. You don't want to bring in somebody who's going to need too many shots. That was the issue with Kyle Kuzma. He didn't fit in with this team. Why? Because it's only a couple people that really need to shoot the ball. LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Russell Westbrook. Trust you me, it ain't going to be too many shots going around for some of these other guys. They're not going to get the shots. You ain't got to worry about Trevor taking too many shots. You ain't got to worry about, McClung taking a million shots. They're not going to be available. AD's going to be taking those shots. Bron's going to be taking those shots. And, of course, Russell Westbrook's going to be taking those shots. So we have such high-usage players. Our role players are only as necessary to keep us strong and deep. That's it. Because when it really comes down to it, we got a three-headed monster. And all we need our team to do is be good enough to get us to the playoffs. After that, we're mowing through people. We're mowing through them. I think the only thing that concerns me is the same thing that's going to concern everybody about the Lakers. How the hell do you guard young, small forwards? That's the thing. LeBron James is going to be tasked with guarding some of the most athletic players in the world. And that is not a good thing. So I don't know if Buddy Yield's the answer for that, or DeMar DeRozan's the answer for that. I know Dennis Schroeder ain't the answer for that. We may want to give some consideration to who we bring in regards to that particular thing. Because right now, I don't see anybody on this roster that I trust to have any success against one of those big, young, wiry, small forwards. KD, all those guys. We need more defenders for them. Look at what Miami's putting together. We don't match up as well with Miami as we would like to. AD's going to have to be very, very healthy all season long for us. So will Dwight. So we have to get bigger. So there's some holes in our roster. I'm not going to lie to us. I'm not going to sit here and pretend. But one of them is not shooting the ball. We don't have a problem shooting the ball anymore. We just got to get some more size. And quite frankly, some more defensive talent and athleticism. We need that. Defensive athleticism. God, that's important. So that's what I got, man. Good job. Or a lot more work to do. My name is BDF44. Thank you all for rocking with me today. It's been a nice long day. I've been in y'all face all day with stuff. Free agency has been fun, and tomorrow will be an interesting day because not everybody's gone. Needless to say. Thank y'all for watching.